Hi, my name is Samantha Gomez, and I'm going to be talking about my summer 2018 internship. So for my internship, I decided to do it at Golden Palms Retirement and Healthcare Center in Harlingen, Texas. I chose this location because I was interested in observing physical therapy in an outpatient facility. My mentor was Christina Chavez. She is the evaluating physical therapist there. So when I talked over with Christina about what my responsibilities would be, she told me that my main responsibility would be just observation. She actually specifically told me, don't touch the patient. You're just here to observe and to assist the PTs. She told me I could, of course, talk to the patients, especially when she's doing physical therapy, like to talk to them, keep them in conversation to ease their pain and distract them. Also, bring the wheelchair along if they're being walked, and just ask questions about the therapy and try and learn as much as I can about the manual therapy. What I liked the most about this location was how friendly and accepting everybody was. Christina even wrote me a letter of recommendation for PTCAS. I loved observing the evaluations and being able to learn things that I can't learn in the classroom. I loved learning directly from a physical therapist, and I loved meeting the patients. Things I did not enjoy, I wouldn't really say there was anything I didn't enjoy, but I do wish I could have been a bit more hands-on with the patients, but I understand I don't work there and that's totally fine. So I learned how to talk to people that are in pain, that are grumpy, that don't really want to talk. I learned how to be a little bit more sensible in the way I talk to them. The most common thing that people had there was knee replacements, so of course I learned a lot about that. I learned about hip precautions because they also had a lot of hip problems there. Shoulder precautions, I learned about transfers from the bed to the chair, from the wheelchair to the toilet, from the wheelchair to the car, and a lot of manual therapy techniques as well. For my project, I decided to make a take-home exercise program for patients that were leaving to their homes and that were done with therapy. I noticed that the center had some, but they were only in English, they were only physical therapy, and the font was just so small. So I wanted to really make a new and improved one for the patients. The benefits of my project. So patients can continue therapy at home. They have big, easy to read font. I made one copy in English and I made one copy in Spanish. And each of the two copies includes both PT and OT exercises that I had been observing throughout my time there. So I kind of just put them all together. The biggest challenge I had when making my project was trying to figure out the sets and the reps and keeping in mind the limitations that the patients have. There was examples, of course, online, but I wasn't gonna give something to the patients, which are mostly geriatrics, that is too difficult and that they can hurt themselves with. So I definitely tried to keep that in mind. The impact of my project, patients can take it home with them and they can continue therapy to continue to improve when they get discharged. This is what my project looks like. This is the English version and this is the Spanish version. This is what the exercises look like. So I'm going to show you the PT version for Spanish, and for the English one, let me show you the OT. And I did 10 exercises for PT and 10 exercises for OT for each in both languages. My lessons learned are that I can't treat every patient the same, I can't be really cheerful with every single patient, because the truth is not every patient wants to be there, and not every patient is happy to be in therapy necessarily. I learned that the needs of the patient are always going to be above my own, and I learned that every day at the internship is an opportunity to learn new things. Graduating UTRGV December 2018, so I have 1 semester to go, about 4 more classes to go. I am currently in the process of applying to PTCAS for physical therapy, and if I get in, I should be starting PT school next fall in about a year.